my place. After a while. Thank you for the like, Deepika. This is a paid reading. You can get a free yes or no. After a while. I was supposed to come on Saturday, but I was so tired that I ended up missing the whole day. And then I would have got on and it would have been even later than now. Turn some music on. After a while. Stay. Oh. I want you, I need you, oh God. Okay.
Did Larry just address Tina, his boss's boss, as Tina? That's a sign Larry needs a diet break. Sorry.
Okay, so you want to know.
Enjoy the next 30 minutes of uninterrupted listening.
Oh, dang. I gotta check on that too. Okay. Does love genuinely love you? Why you ask that question, Deepika? I don't think that's a good question to ask. Hey, sunshine. Let's just do your first question, Deepika. Let's do your first question. That's the first time that I said, hey, sunshine to you. I'm still Caroline. Oh, love is the name of somebody? Okay. Let's see. I love this song. I found my mind, I'm feeling sane. It's been a while, but I'm finding my faith. If everything's good and it's great, why do I sit and wait till it's gone? Oh, I tell you, I know I've got enough. I've got peace and I've got love. Oh, you got peace and you got love, Deepika. All right, let's see. Does love genuinely love Deepika? I do feel like he does. There's a lot of energy here. I do feel like he does genuinely love you. Oh, thank you, Caroline. Need you, oh God. I need these beautiful things that I've got. Oh my gosh. I just ran into this song again and watching a TV show, and I had to add it to my playlist. Mm. All right, your turn, Caroline. I'm doing all right. I'm going on this hair journey thing again, where I'm trying to grow
some locks. I'm doing it in a very unconventional way, but I like it. Well, I'm come towards you romantically. Okay, let's see. All right. Well, Alan come towards Caroline romantically. I do feel like they will, but I feel like they're trying to be strategic about how they do so. I see them taking actions and maybe even conversing with you. They feel this strong emotional connection to you. They could feel like you are like they can feel like this strong energy, like you guys are connected somehow. And they're very interested in finding out what's there. Yeah. Yes. Those little sandwiches from like crystals, I love those sandwiches. Yes. Yeah, he feels a very strong connection, like a very emotional connection, almost like it's like that feeling that you know somebody already, but you don't know. It's like he's felt this energy that he's already known you for like a long time. Even if he's just now meeting you or if he like this lifetime. But he feels like he's known you for all his life. Like it's that energy to it. Hmm. But he's always felt like this strong connection to you. Like he feels like it's deeper than that. He feels like there's a deeper connection there that he's always felt ever since he first met. Universe, universe. Hi, universe. I'm trying to see if this song has any words to it, like lyrics. Could she just be saying the same thing over and again? I can't remember if there's lyrics to this thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm thinking that he's thinking there's like a long-term relationship in there somewhere, like an emotional connection. Hmm. Hmm. He's definitely feeling something emotional though. Like there's a lot of emotions that came out. Like the the Ten of Cups came out. No, the Six of Cups came out, the Nine of Cups came out, and the Ace of Cups came out. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but this question's about you and him. I didn't like nobody else came out in the situation. Like there's no people that came out in the cards when I asked that question. Ooh, this song might be for you. This is your song. This song, it says, I ask myself, is this shit real? I contemplate about how I feel, but you make it way too hard to think that this could be what true love is. I don't want wait another minute for you. Oh, you got me falling from the ceiling for you. Knew right from the start there was no limit to you. And I'm catching feelings, baby. You give me feels, and I know that I know that it's real. This is Feels by Kehlani. Yeah. That's how he feel. That's how he feel on the inside. Like he's been knowing from the start. Now, if he's just now saying something about it, that's a long time to keep those cards to your chest. But maybe he didn't know. Maybe he's never felt that before. You know, a lot of times some people can feel that for the first time, then they get overwhelmed and they're like, damn, I don't know what to do with this feeling. Like, this is kind of weird. And so they kind of stay quiet. They kind of try to stay in your space and see if it's just them or if they're crazy. And then eventually they say something. Yeah. Universe. Did you ask a question? You said, does Vinay love Shinu? Know that is real. Oh, oh. You give him feels. This is so cute to see coming from like the man's perspective. Hey, it's so cute. Like this song. Know that it's real. Yeah. Ah. Oh yes, Scorpios definitely feel heavy and deep when they do feel heavy and deep. And you know, it's always been said that they're really loyal people. So oh my gosh, why is my backside hurting? So, uh, you're welcome. I don't want my side back. But I was just thinking, like, Scorpios, they play chess, not checkers. And if they feel like their person is like talking to other people, they'll probably talk to other people. I feel like after somebody makes their move, that's when they move. So they might suspect their partner of emotional cheating. or even verbal connections. Okay. Thank you, Caroline. Sorry, I was still in the moment. I was still in the moment, and I was still in the moment and energy of your question. But this song came on, and it just kept making me think more. Okay. Oh, long distance lovers. Okay. Yes, universe, you can. It's like gnats in here, or fruit flies. Fruit flies are not. It could be drain. No, I don't think these aren't drain flies. Oh, I hate fruit flies. Okay. Does Vinny? Does Vinay love Shanu? I'm not seeing much love here. I do see that the person has like this possessive nature towards Shinu. Vinay wants to keep Shinu in their life um, because maybe Vinay has some fears when it comes to being alone or being single. Um, but I don't think Vinay is sure that they want to stay in the relationship. They just don't want to be single, or they just don't want things to end because they feel like they put a lot of time and investment into a situation and they want to see the outcome. They don't want to see it end. So there's not any love there, but there's possession. There's possession. I'm sorry I came on so late, y'all. I just didn't want to go to bed yet. You know, I probably need to.
Looking for somebody that he can find that's in the right posture that will make heaven move on their behalf. I need somebody, I know we're recording, but I need you to get up out of your seat. If you got to walk around, you walk around. But I need you to open up your mouth and begin to pull on God tonight. Get in the right posture. Get in the right posture. So that you need to be at the altar. So that you need to be at the altar. Get in the right posture. Get in it tonight. Get in it tonight. Don't miss the way. Don't miss the way. I just want to know if there's one. I just want to know if there's one. Anybody out there still love me?
Okay, you say, will you become famous in the future? Let's see, deep Tani.
What I understand is every time you open up your
Will deep Tani become famous in the future? Yes or no?
to do whatever takes to get something done, to do on your behalf, I want to hear somebody who will sing to the angels tonight. Sing to the angels. Sing them with your voice.
It seems that you will have opportunity in the future to become famous, but it's not going to be all it's cracked up to be. And the closer you get to becoming famous, the more you're going to probably decide against it or that it's not for you. With the Eight of Pentacles, you're probably going to choose to just focus on yourself and self personal growth over becoming famous.
I always look in my window too late. See, you wanna be a little man with your new lover. Just remember who showed you that. Used to be about yourself, now you're selfless. And I could do that, but I don't feel with you like that
Anymore.
anymore. I still think about that time in the morning. And best love, she had to see. I am best love. It's a shame she gon' go everything
I'm back.
about you. It's a shame she gon' get to see your better. It's a shame that I went through all that shit. It's a shame she don't even see it coming. It's a shame all that
Hold on, I'm almost done sending a message. Okay, I'm ready. Can you tell me why you keep getting sent men that already have a woman that they want in their life instead of wanting more of the one interest in you? So, okay, so why does she keep getting sent men that already have women in their lives? Okay, so I don't think they're being sent to you. I think they're being drawn to you. I think they're just coming towards you of their own accord. I don't think anybody's sending them to you. So if you get them, put them back in the pond, put them back in the lake, throw them back in the ocean. Um, um, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm speaking from that point of view that they're just being drawn to you doing what men that cheat on women do. You know, there's men out here that cheat on women and don't treat women respectfully or in the right manner, and they come on to women that they are within the vicinity of. No, it's okay on the wordplay. Um, it's just those are not the men for you. So they're saying it's not that they're being sent to you, but there are men that are just out there doing the daggone thing. Um, I feel like the universe is apologetic for this happening to you, for you having these men come in towards you. For once. But I am seeing if you can rest your mind, and the words that are forming in my head are saying this: if you can rest your pretty little head and get your emotions stable, um, you will probably draw and get some rest from your emotions kind of like driving you wild or nuts or whatever, and kind of draining your energy in some way and blocking the connections that do need to come in. If you can get those stable, and you'll know when they're stable because out of nowhere, somebody worth loving will come into you and pursue you, and you will get into a relationship with this person. And you might date this person for a while before getting into that relationship. Like you guys might go through some type of growth spurts in your individual lives. Um, yes, XOXO. I still have PayPal and Applepay as the available means um, in the description. You wish you can just attract men that aren't actively into any women except for you when they meet you, and even if it doesn't work out, it ends for another reason and not because of another girl. Hmm. Yeah, hopefully you got that message, Ari. Uh, those men, they're just trying to play the field and see how far they can go with someone, and the universe is apologetic that that's happening to you. But on the positive side, if you can rein in your emotions and your feelings and kind of stabilize them somehow, and you'll know to where you're like you'll be getting rest from your emotions running rampant or whatever. Eventually, when you've got that under wraps, out of nowhere, you're going to run into someone. Actually, this could be somebody who's already spotted you, but when your emotions and everything get resolved, they're going to come in and see if they can like court you, and y'all are going to date for a while and then get into a relationship. Yeah, yeah. You're welcome. I understand. But a lot of times when people say that cliche thing of we attract what we are or something, sometimes that like reigns true in meaning that if we ourselves are not at a certain stability within our emotions, we can attract other people who are not available emotionally, who are not going to treat us well, because we could be in a space where we're not treating ourselves well, so that that can come in. It's like the game of life. It's not about how you treat others, it's how you treat yourself. And how you treat yourself is a reflection of how you feel and what you'll be able to receive back to you, you know? Because if you treat yourself well, you're already automatically going to treat somebody else well. But just because you treat somebody else well does not mean that you're treating yourself well, because it can be like a deception. Here you go, Ari. This is your song. Tables will turn. I'ma do the same. That karma, how you like that karma? Fair play. You, 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 you. Make sure you guys are liking as you come in or as you leave or as you receive your readings. That will help the channel attract more viewers. If you guys can make sure to hit the like button. Hey. Comes around. Tell me why you heard that the table. I want to boil some eggs. Round, same karma. How you like that karma? That's just fair play. Cause back around, guess you wasn't ready for that fair play. What goes around comes back around. Guess you wasn't ready for that play. What goes around comes back around. Guess you wasn't ready for that fair play. Goes around comes back around.
When I'm in that bed, I got a bag in. Hey, when I'm in that bed, I got a bag in. I got a tray pulled up, shit nasty. Yeah, I just gotta fuck with her, cause she nasty. Yeah, I got like 2 million in the Gucci bag. I'm at the 4-6 count, hella cash. Okay, the money counter on the dresser. The way she popped that pussy, I just had to tell her. The way I work that count, they like I'm grind up. You would've thought he broke a bone, put all that iron on me. Hey, look, my little dog was killing for a hobby. No, my little dog was young nigga with dress and feeling like it. No, my little dog was young nigga on play by a shout. Yeah, my little dog was young nigga was scared to get a copy. Oh, they got pills. We got pills. I'ma smoke one of their homeboys. Don't smoke swoosh. He got kicked out of the book. I just can't roll with them all. Random ass nigga, I just can't fuck with them all.
Oh, I wasn't talking. I did have it on mute as I wait for people to come in. I just see your last comment where you said if you want to donate for a question, how and can you? And I said yes, but I still only take PayPal and Apple Pay at the time. And I see the message where you say you can't hear me. I'm just dancing to this music that was playing on these videos. Okay, no worries. No, I don't currently use Cash App. Um, I just use the PayPal and the Apple Pay. I'm trying to think what else I could probably use at this time. I'm probably, I don't know if my Venmo would work, but I do have Venmo as well. Um, I would love to get it to where people can donate on this channel, but I don't have, I think I have to have 1,000 viewers. I'm still working on that. So 1,000 subscribers, I think. So I'm sorry, but if you have a pressing question, you can just ask it and I'll give it to you. Okay. You're welcome. Alana is a real true friend of yours. Okay. Is Alana a real true friend of Stephanie's? It's giving they are a real true friend of yours, but there might have been some situations between you two that y'all had to really put in the work to kind of get on the same page to keep this friendship going. But I do see that she is a good friend of yours and she is worth keeping around. You're so welcome. Hopefully, I'll see you again. I'm doing okay. How are you doing? Oh, thank you for the happy Monday. It's now Tuesday here where I am. Hi, Kate. How are you? Yeah, you're on the West Coast. I was going to say you must be on the West Coast. Oh, okay. I was like, I don't think she meant to say it's Kate over here. I was going to start taking some guesses of what you meant. Okay, Sarah. Nice to meet you, Sarah. I think I've already met you before. Doesn't your last name start with a B? Sarah B? I don't think you're new around here. But you could be. You could be a different Sarah. Okay. All right, that's good. The only thing now is that I only accept Apple Pay and PayPal for now. I know I've done a lot of moving. It almost feels like I'm still a kid living with my mom who was in the military, moving every 3 years. It's just, oh, I'm so done. But I'm also wanting to move still, just not in the same city. I'm so done with being in the city or in this state, in this whole state. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure, but I have some ideas of like, Georgia, Florida. Yeah. I mean, I thought of Texas, but I don't know. I do want to live somewhere that is more conservative or not conservative, more liberal. I mean, my brain. I want to live somewhere more liberal. Yeah. And I gotta go with the food. I know the food is good. Okay. I think about I think about California sometimes, but and California seems pretty liberal, but I don't know. But I had been drawn to California since I was a kid, and I just never went. I was born there in San Diego, but we moved before I could talk. So I don't even know how young I was. Mhm. Yeah, I think that's why sometimes at night I love listening to the ocean waves in like the YouTube videos to help me go to sleep because I think my brain remembers that and was very soothed by the sounds of waves crashing or water somehow somewhere. I don't know how close we were to the water. Yeah, I love that. And I like the smell of the water next to the coast. I lived in Virginia Beach before, so I remember that. It just I don't know. It's different. And I love seafood. So why not live very close to where seafood is getting caught? Like I have contemplated trying to get myself to like trick myself into thinking that Maine would be the best place to go because of their lobster and all the seafood, like Maryland or Maine. Yeah, how the air feels. Yeah, it just feels like a really happy place for me. I feel like it's more gloomy here. I'm in Oklahoma, and the weather changes so often in any given week. A lot of times we have experienced all four seasons in one week or one day. um, it just changes too much to like feel sane, you know? I feel like that plays into a lot of people's mental health. That's why most of the people that's been born and raised here and never left, they got a lot of mental health issues, like a lot. And they don't have much to look forward to here, it doesn't seem. So, mhm. Yeah. But I'm into astrocartography a lot. So I try to match up where I would move to with the planetary influences over the map according to my birthday. And for California, there's like nothing going through California for me. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But I'm ready to get into like a relationship. So I probably need to move somewhere that's focused on coming into partnership because it's past time. And I feel like I should have moved years ago. I just didn't have the guts to. I didn't have the guts to really. Yeah, gloomy weather. I can't stand it. And Seattle sounds so nice because you do have the coast over there. Like, probably not on that side of Washington, but in the state. hmm Yeah, the astrocartography, you can move. And even if you don't want to move, you can just visit and vacay in those areas and experience that energy. Like if you move to your Venus line, you're probably going to experience romance, or you might run into your next dating partner. You know, if you move to your sun line, you might be in the spotlight. A lot of people you might get a lot of attention from a lot of people there. Also, Venus, traveling to your Venus line is good for if you're in the arts industry or if you want to be creative. You can probably get seen there or make partnerships really well there in that industry if you move or travel to your Venus sign. Your Jupiter sign, you can end up having a very lucky streak. Imagine finding like a casino on your Jupiter line and you travel to it and you just hit big. Like, imagine that. That is so crazy. But then also you have to pay attention to whether it's the ascendant or the midhaven or the IC or the descendant, because that also kind of determines whether it's just going to be your appearance that stirs these things up, or if you're going to experience this in your home life, or in your house, you know, or in your neighborhood, or if you're going to experience this in relationships or on your job or in the public. Yeah, you got to look it up. It's really good. Astrocartography here. Let me put it in here. And I think in a lot of my good lines, line up overseas. I do feel like that. Like when when I lived overseas, I actually was scouted by a modeling company or agency or someone who had connections because they were like, we want you to model. And I was only like 10 or 11 years old. And she was like, we want to take you to Paris. Thank God I didn't go because I probably would have ended up in a situation that's not that good, considering my birth chart. My birth chart shows a lot of certain dangers that I would possibly experience. Um, and I think being in that industry would have put me as a child would have put me, in those situations even sooner. But yeah, I could have went to Paris. I was living in Sicily, Italy, Europe. And I was at a mall and this lady walked up to me and my sister and she said she wanted me to model. She said, would you like to model? And I said, no. She said, are you sure you wouldn't like to model? And I was all like, yeah. Like, you're going to dress me up and put makeup on me. I don't want to do that. Like, I was such a tomboy. And she's like, well, why don't you ask your mom? And I guess she wanted me to ask my mom in front of her because maybe she thought my mom would be like, hell yeah, we want her to model. You gonna go model. But my mom was the type of mom who was like, do you want to do that? You don't want to do that? Okay, you're not doing that. Okay. You don't want to do, like, my mom was that type of mom. Like, I'm not gonna like make you go do. And so my sister, who was 5 years older than me, no, 6 years older than me, she was like, well, if she doesn't want to, she was like, I want to go. I want to go. But the lady clearly did not want my sister because she would have said her, but her energy was drawn to me because it was my chart that probably was being activated at that time. So that opportunity was brought to me. And I said, I turned it down. So what happens is she didn't want to be rude or come off rude. So she went ahead and agreed to let my sister go. So my sister, mind you, was like, 16, 17 years old. So they paid for the flights and everything, got my sister to Paris. My sister she was using certain kind of makeup like Clinique. I guess Clinique is a big thing at the time in the modeling industry in Paris. And she came back home after so many weeks, I think it was, or whatever. And it was like, she came back home and she was like upset. And she took it all out on me. And she was all like, well, they didn't want me. They wanted you. And I was like, clearly. But, but she still got to do some modeling. But eventually they had my mom come to Paris to pick my sister up. So we met at the Paris airport. And that was my first time ever going to Paris. My only time ever going to Paris was when we went to go pick my sister up from the airport to bring her back home to Sicily. So it was really interesting. And I don't know what happened or occurred to my sister, but she was like mad. And I think I was very attached to my mom back then. Like, it took me a long time. Like, I'm such a mommy's girl. I was really attached to my mom. And so it was like, I don't want to be separated from my mom. Like, is my mom going with me? Because I'm a kid. Like, would my mom even being able to go? Probably not. Because my mom was active duty military. Like, what was she going to do? I gotta go, y'all. My daughter, or maybe she would have sent my sister with me. Maybe she would have said, my sister gets to go and travel with me and be my chaperone. Because how are they gonna work that out? I think my brain was just thinking about all these different things like, no, No. Yeah. It's like they expect me to go travel alone or just go with this lady. This lady is gonna be my chaperone. But I would have been out there modeling with like, the Tyra Banks and the Naomi Campbells and who knows what I would have ran into and what would have happened to me out there. Because on this half of my life, I'm hearing a lot of negative things about France and how they don't like black folks and stuff. I'm just like, what? Or they don't like Americans. I have dominant earth energy in my chart, which makes me come off and act like an earth sign. And it's mostly Taurus that's in my chart. But I have Taurus and Capricorn in my chart. No Virgo whatsoever. But I'm an air sign. I'm a Gemini. Mhm. But my Mercury is Earth, so I think like that. Hmm. And it's also in my first house, so I think like that, but I think like that fast. Oh my goodness! I just know you are fine as fuck, girl. You are gorgeous. Your placements are T. Okay, I'm a Taurus moon as well. I'm a Taurus moon, Taurus Mercury, Taurus rising. And I'm a Capricorn Saturn, Capricorn Uranus, Capricorn Neptune. Yeah, you got baddie placements. Like for real. First of all, Taurus moon, they always say Taurus moon is like the it girl placement, like very beautiful features, naturally, all that. And then you're a Virgo on top of that Taurus moon. Virgos can look very young for a long time, much like Capricorns. And Virgos have like this naturalness to them, the very natural beauty. So yeah. And then the Capricorn rising, that just makes you look younger than your years for the rest of your life, paired with being a like, girl. Yes, yes. And that rising, Capricorn rising, like I always like, I don't know. There was this girl who was a Capricorn rising, Taurus moon that I met, and she was just such a baddie. She was just such a baddie. Like I couldn't even really concentrate on my work really good because we were supposed to be acting, and we were like, I was like, dang, she is fine, and she's supposed to be like my protege in the TV show we were doing that we were like doing a pilot of. So a TV series. Well, a web series, actually, web series. And then I know Virgo. I'm so attracted to Virgo women so bad that I don't know. Like it's easy for me to just be like, "Oh, you fine," and I know I'm attracted to natural baddies. So, okay. No, but because you have a Capricorn rising, you could gray early. Like you could have like one gray hair early in your life or have like some kind of, I hear like Capricorn rising, moon, or suns, they gray early or they may not gray all over their head, but they get a gray hair somewhere very early. Um, I have a Capricorn degree on my sun, and I feel like it gave me that energy. I remember when I turned like 18, I found like this really long gray black hair. I mean, gray black hair, gray strand of hair, and I was like, "What in the world?" It was crazy. I'm a Gemini. I'm Gemini sun, Taurus moon, Taurus rising. And my Venus is in Gemini. I have 3 Gemini placements. So my Gemini Sun, Gemini Venus, Gemini Jupiter. Mhm. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I think it's probably because Gemini is in your 8th house. Geminis could be very intense for you, and you might enjoy the intensity. You probably could just handle the intensity because you're a Taurus moon. Taurus moon can handle so much, and they probably go through a lot. And people are like, "How the freak did you get through that?" Much like Scorpio moons. Dang. Okay. I haven't had any Virgo friends, but I have dated like majority of my ex partners are Virgos, and that's a lot of partners, which is interesting because only one I have gave birth to 3 children, and one of my children's dads is a Virgo, and then I've had dated male Virgos or had male Virgo partners, and I have dated a female Virgo. Um, but I've also like had connections with other women that were Virgos, but it didn't go nowhere. It didn't go nowhere. Y'all mean business for real. Y'all do. And us Gemini, sometimes we don't give y'all that we mean business too. And sometimes I think it just be like frustrating to a Virgo. They'd be like, you know what? Yes, wow, that is so crazy. I wonder if you have any Aquarius or Libra placements or Aries or Leo placements. If you don't have any Gemini placements, is there a difference with the males and the females? Hmm, definitely. There are differences between the males and females because there's also a difference between a man and a woman. There's a difference between a man and a woman and their physiological and anatomy and things like that. So it does further your Libra Mercury. Ooh, interesting. That could definitely be why. That can definitely be why. So now I know you probably fine as hell and you probably got a cute voice. Your voice is probably very cute. It could be sweet, it could be soft, it could be high pitched, but it can sound very harmonious because it's ruled by Libra for you. Interesting. And I know you're very intelligent, very good at weighing all the pros and cons of a situation. And you could be a little indecisive sometimes. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. You've heard it's sweet. I have heard that my voice is sensual and sexual, which would make sense for my Taurus Mercury because Taurus represents sensuality and all that feel good energy. And it's opposite Scorpio, which is, the ruler of sex. So it could be sexual and sultry and ooh la la. So I've heard of that. Thank you for the likes. Oh, thank you. That's good. Sometimes I wonder like how I sound singing because I can't really hear myself. And when I'm talking, I don't hear the calmness in my voice and I don't hear the welcomeness. I don't hear the warmth. I hear annoying. It sounds like bzzz, like I just want to swat the fly. That's what I hear in my ear as I talk. So, which is crazy because my Chiron is in Cancer, but it's in the third house, which is the house of communication. And could you imagine the amount of times that I've been told that I'm annoying or that I sound annoying by my siblings? So that's the Chiron is like that asteroid of, the wounded healer. It's where you've been wounded at, but then you overcome it and push through and you heal and you're able to use that. And it's so much different for you after you've healed. It's kind of crazy. It is siblings. It is. And my siblings said I was harsh. Like I still remember when my older sister threw a shoe at me and it hit me straight and it wasn't like she threw a sneaker. She threw a high heel shoe at me and the heel hit me right here. I was like, I didn't cry. I didn't do anything. I just was like, this girl is so violent. Why is she so violent? Like, I just, I think I was like 11. This is when we were overseas. So I think I was still probably 10 and 11. She probably was still mad about the situation with the modeling thing. But this is when we had moved again, I believe. And yeah. And then I had to wait until my mom came home because my mom was like, you do not call me at work unless you're dying, bleeding, something urgent. And so when I looked at my forehead wasn't bleeding. There was no mark. I was okay. So I had to wait till my mama come home to tell her that my sister hit me with a shoe. And my mama had the nerve to be like, well, you're not crying. Bitch, this was hours ago. If even if I did cry, you think I can cry for 4-5 hours till you get home? And so she's trying to. So what's that supposed to insinuate? I was like, "Ho, your daughter hit me. Beat her up. Do you want me to get the belt?" Shoot, my mom's logic was like, "What the hell?" It's because they feel like I'm tough. And so with that Taurus moon, it goes back to having that Taurus moon. Taurus moon, people think that you can take a lot of things too. They think that you're automatically tough, like you can handle everything. I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah, she was like, not today. That woman did not care about my forehead. Like I feel some type of way about that to this day. Like you don't care about my forehead? Oh, well, just knock me silly, huh? I think we need to do a test to make sure I'm still smart. The way that high heel hit me in my forehead. Oh, if y'all try to say anything about my intellect from this day forward, it's my sister's fault. That's how I feel. Yes, want to be soft. I want some boiled eggs so bad, but I just been like, what's it called? I want to say a word, but I don't want to say those words because those words kind of got like a double entendre on them. Double entendre, and I don't want to say them, and it just be like, this is not the moment for that. But I've been really like eating on things all day. But I want some of these boiled eggs. feel like a big girl. I feel like a big old girl. Oh, because I got some of that. See, just like a Taurus moon, all we think about is food for real. I do too, and I love watching them eat. Oh my goodness. And I'm like, where can I find a friend to do this with? I would like to like do mukbang videos with somebody. But like you gotta eat all of it. And I don't know if my stomach can do all that. Okay. Did you want a question before I get off though? Because I made it on for over 2 hours and I usually try to do 2 hours. I'm mad that I bought these cookies and they cost me $6 and they're not even worth it. And I'm like, why in the world did they put $6 on this 6 cookies and they're not chunky, they're not soft, they don't feel like they're fresh baked. Like, are you kidding me? You can buy 12 cookies at Walmart for like $4 and some change. No, it was like some, not like it was like a convenience store type place. It's like a convenience store. And I don't even think they gave me a receipt. But I did think about taking these cookies back to them and shoving them in their face saying, you need to reduce these to $2 at the most. That's all. Okay, well, no worries. Well, hopefully I see you next time. I'm trying to make coming live more regularly a thing, even though I don't have a set schedule, which is something I need to work on. It's being on a schedule. I don't seem to do well with those unless like I have to clock in somewhere. And then even then, that's too much. It's like, you need me to do what, when, where, why, and how? Alrighty. Catch y'all later. It was nice chatting with you, Sarah. Okay.